They will fear the wild.
Alright, what's up? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Chumbles, and I'm back. This time, I'm going to discuss some simple changes that Riot can make. These are going to be, really, I think, forgiving changes that they can do to NIDALEE. And these ones are something that, I feel that the whole, NIDALEE community can kind of get behind, because one, these won't exactly affect jungle NIDALEE, and it's mostly just a buff for the lane NIDALEE players, both mid and top lane. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is going to be Bushwhack, which is her W. So this is essentially her traps, as you can see right here. So yeah, her traps right now are kind of garbage, to be honest. If you can look at the damage here, this is pathetic, to be honest. You know, if you really take a look at what this ability is for, it's honestly just an activator for your passive. So your passive with the hunt, right? The actual ability itself sucks. What it actually does is pretty garbage. The only reason this is actually not, I think, something people complain about more is because it's invisible. And yeah, that's it. That's literally the only reason that Bushwhack hasn't been changed again, because it has been changed I don't even know how many times now. But honestly, I wouldn't mind leaving it the way it is, with having the stealth and the fact that the damage sucks. But what they should do with Bushwhack is increase the amount you can have. I feel like the amount based on level is complete and utter garbage. This is the last spell you will max in any kind of NIDALEE build ever, unless you're trolling, right? This is the last spell you will ever take. You will not max this. So basically, for the fact that NIDALEE is a assassin when you're playing the jungle, and a bruiser or a mid game kind of AP assassin / bruiser, whatever, if you're playing her mid, your Bushwhack is literally useless, because most of the time you're only going to be putting maybe 3 points into it, and by that time it's the game's kind of over, right? Because NIDALEE is, for the most part, an early game to mid game champion, and almost every single role she plays, usually with the game goes on longer, the worse she gets. And that's actually a stat. The longer the game goes, the worse she gets. Whereas Shaco, for example, the longer the game goes, the better he gets, the win rate wise anyways. But yeah, I think Bushwhack itself should be increased. I don't think the damage should be increased, because I don't know if they would do that. But I think the amount that you should have based on the amount of points you put into it should be increased. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 4 to 5 is doable, because you have to remember it's 2 minutes that it lasts, right? It lasts for 2 minutes. It used to last for 5 minutes before, and you could just spam them down. Also, the fact that the cost is insane for an ability that sucks and is only used to use your passive is honestly incredible. How it's look at the difference here. It costs 40 mana to use an ability to proc your passive. 40 mana. It costs 50 to use your basically main spell on this champion. So it doesn't make sense. Something here has to change. It's either, I'd rather the amount that you can put down changes, because I think that's actually how the spell should be used. You place a bunch of them down, and it's a trap, right? It's literally in the picture right here. It's supposed to be a trap. There's supposed to be multiple of them, not just basically 2 on the map at all times kind of thing. Or I guess you change the mana costs. What the mana cost would be, I don't know. I feel like this spell is like pretty garbage regardless, so I don't know, maybe put it down to like 15 mana or something. 40 mana is just ridiculous, honestly. And the fact that it increases is even more ridiculous, but again, you're not going to be putting that many points into this ability anyways. So that's kind of my take on the Bushwhack and what they should do with that. So maybe increase this to like 4 to 6, 4 to 5, and then, so on, because you can see there the levels that you put into it. So yeah, that's my take on Bushwhack. So that's one of the changes. The next change that they can do is for Cougar form. Why is there no AD ratio to this? Now, people are going to say, who cares about this? But this is actually a decent change. And it's not a change that is insane. This won't bring back lane Nidalee at all in any form. But this will help the lane Nidalee players, especially top lane, because you will be, or sometimes you'll build like Triforce, Starax or Blade of the Ruin King, and you do get AD items sometimes if you are going that build. So the swipe having an AD ratio not only doesn't affect jungle Nidalee at all, literally at all, unless you go AD Nidalee jungle, which would be cool in my opinion, but it literally just helps lane Nidalee just a bit. It gives her that extra that extra here's something to compensate for killing your champion kind of thing, right? So with those two changes, I think lane Nidalee would be in a decent spot, and it would at least show that they care about the champion, because honestly right now it doesn't feel like they give a shit. I think they're kind of over this. They're just Nidalee's been nerfed for the past 3 years, take it or leave it kind of thing. If you want to play as champ, play it. If not, we don't really care, because they've only changed Akali 100 times since rework. These reworks are just not looking good, boys. Well, some of them anyways. The AP ones, the hybrid ones, it's not looking good, boys. And yeah, so that's what I want to say about that. And the last change that I think they should do, which apparently is being discussed, is Tear of the Goddess. So before, some of you may not have played, Nidalee used to be able to stack Tear on her Cougar ability. So takedown, pounce, swipe. You could stack Tear, any form Tear, with it. And they took it away. And the reason they took it away was because mid lane Nidalee and sometimes jungle Nidalee was too oppressive with it. You could stack it too fast, and you were just way too strong. And at that time, yes, that is true. That was a fact. Nidalee was way overtuned compared to other champions. She did too much, whereas other champions did the right amount of stuff. And Nidalee could do what other champs did, but way better. And you had Tear of the Goddess, which you could stack super, super, super fast, right? But now they took it away. She's not at that level anymore. She's not even close to being at that level that she used to be. And Tear would help mid lane Nidalee, and it would help top lane Nidalee immensely. This change would not affect jungle Nidalee, because jungle Nidalee cannot afford to spend 700 plus gold on mana, right? That's not a thing. No jungler can do that basically now. It's too expensive for what you get, but it is forgiving in lane. So that's why I think Tear the Goddess should be looked at, should be changed. I think, if anything, out of all three of these changes, the Tear change should be number one, and it shouldn't even be a discussion. It should just be changed next patch, in my opinion. It's not broken in any way, and it won't affect jungle Nidalee. It won't put her over the top. It won't do anything like that. So I do think this is a super, super fair change. So if you guys agree, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think of these changes. If you're a jungle NIDALEE player, what do you think of the changes? Like I said, I don't think any of these affect jungle NIDALEE, and I think it's a fair kind of fair changes to help the lane NIDALEE players, and it'll get them to shut up a little, you know? So, so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button. Comment down below, like I said, what your thoughts on this are. And if you already haven't, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.